Today on Wsrh Extra, we take a look at how our automotive teachers are helping the community.
Also, we learn how to vote in next week's election.
Plus, we take a look at a local middle school's pre-vet program. Wsrh Extra
starts now.
Welcome to this episode of Wsrh Extra. I'm Bryce Brandt.
And I'm Megan Froelich. We are here at Seminole Ridge where 9th to 12th grade students learn how to perform different skills on how to fix cars.
But this year, our auto teachers aren't just teaching Seminole Ridge students.
Extra reporter Alex Kiger shows us who our teachers are reaching out to.
New this year, the Seminole Ridge Automotive Department is hosting an automotive class for everyone, not just students in the academy.
Actually, we've had a call for it. The community's basically wanted a night course. There's actually a lot of students here that don't take the automotive academy but do want to be a little bit more informed about vehicles.
The class teaches attendees the basics about motor vehicles.
The class basically is the basics, comes up from how a car operates, how to do minor repairs on it, what to look for if they take it in for a repair, and what they can get out of it or what they can expect to hear about their car.
Although the curriculum of the class isn't as rigorous as the academy, they learn many of the same skills.
We work on cars, we learn how to change the brake pads, we learn how to do stuff with the engine, just total maintenance of cars.
Even though the class is new, attendance has been great and people come from all over.
A collective group has come down from Jupiter. They're really interested in it. They've learned so far. They've learned what they've come to learn.
The community automotive class provides helpful skills that all car owners will be able to utilize. For Wsrh Extra, I'm Alex Kiger.
Jack Harrison, a local bike mechanic, has turned bad bikes into rad bikes, all for a good cause. I had a chance to meet Jack and find out more how he makes a difference in our community. Jack Harrison, a local bike mechanic, owns a bicycle shop located in West Palm Beach. However, it is much more than just a bike shop.
You wouldn't believe the condition of some of the bikes that we get.
We've had bikes that were 40 years old that were never used, and we've had bikes that were used until there was no tire left when it came in.
Jack and his team run multiple programs that go above and beyond to benefit the community, and all of them are for all the right reasons.
The Christmas event is great because it's just a madhouse in here, and you have a lot of kids just running around and a lot of volunteers running around and people just getting bikes.
And the faces on these kids, when you give them their bikes, they're so happy. It's unbelievable, and it's a wonderful experience. The kids need me, and I need them.
But how this was all created stems from Jack's past. After battling alcoholism, the neighborhood bike man faced a dark time in his life.
I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. I was trying to figure out what to do with the rest of my life. And I was sitting on my front porch one day, contemplating suicide, but I didn't want to hurt my family.
However, what gave him a will to live is the same reason he is continuing to strive today.
Meanwhile, this young fellow fell off of his bike right in front of my house, and I went out there and I fixed his brakes, and I said, "Get out of here, you brat!" And he did, and I never saw him again. I don't know who he was. That was the best thing in the world that could have happened to me.
Because of these dark times, Jack hasn't just created a nonprofit focused on bicycles, but he also inspired the employees that work there as well.
Just giving back to the same kids that, I used to be one of those kids, so being able to do the same thing that I wish somebody would have done for me back in the day, made me feel a lot better about myself,
A lot of the people that we do serve don't have a lot, and makes you more grateful for the things that you do have.
Every year, Jack the Bike Man gives back to the community and thousands of families with bikes just like these. For Wsrh Extra, I'm Bryce Brandt.
A local middle school has a pre-vet program where students can learn what being a vet entails. Wsrh Extra reporter Caitlin Simpson has the story.
Most schools in our area offer at least one choice program, but for Osceola Creek Middle School, their program is a little on the wild side.
The pre-vet program is the only pre-vet program in the county. The first half of my class is direct instruction, and then the second half is lab, where the kids do a 3-day rotation of caring for the animal. They assess the animal, weigh the animal.
The veterinary program is a choice program where kids from all over Palm Beach County apply to have a head start in the veterinary world.
I joined the pre-vet program because I always wanted to be a veterinarian, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity as a gateway to have that experience as an open to high school.
This program, it's very specific. It's more of a pre-vet program instead of a medical program.
Students come from all over Palm Beach County to learn about the several different kinds of animals the program has to offer.
We have bearded dragons, rabbits, guinea pigs, chinchillas. We have a chick. We hatch our own chicks.
In addition to learning veterinary basics in the classroom, students get to work hands-on with little guys like Thumper. For WSRH Extra, I'm Caitlin Simpson.
In 2016, almost 42% of eligible voters did not show up at the polls to vote, and the #1 reason for the low turnout was the registration process. WSRH Extra reporter Danielle Smith has the process on how to vote.
All across Palm Beach County, people have been rushing to their local libraries to make sure that their voice makes an impact.
I have voted in every election since I registered to vote at 18 years old. Every election, meaning from the local council people to the president, and it's my civic duty.
People who come out to vote tend to have different outlooks on the subject.
I think the primary reason people do not vote is because they feel like their vote doesn't have a consequential effect on the electorate that they're trying to vote in.
Even with different view, voting booths will start to fill up with new and returning voters who are ready to create change.
From the streets of the acreage to here at the library and to the voting booths. Voting takes place on November 6th, where you make the decision that impacts lives of many. For WSRH Extra, I'm Danielle Smith.
Halloween is the time full of children all dressed up, ready to trick or treat, but Spookyville is a place where kids can do it safely. WSRH Extra reporter Aliana Augusto has a story.
During the Halloween season, the South Florida Fairgrounds hosts many different activities, from Fright Nights to kid-friendly events like Spookyville.
Being a schoolhouse, we have other crafts in some of the buildings.
Not only are there many different crafts for kids of all ages, but they also have trick-or-treating for kids to satisfy their sweet tooth. There are other activities for the kids, such as a petting zoo, train rides, and interactive characters around the park.
This is my second year here at Spookyville, and I love it. Last year I had to do my big cowboy show up there on stage, and this year I get to walk around and teach folks cowboy tricks, let the kids sit on the horse, let the kids ride around the horse, and overall just have a great day here and show some people cowboy culture.
Parents enjoy this event because it allows their families to spend time together outdoors.
We enjoy a nice outdoor community event. There's lots of activities, and there's lots of trick-or-treating and the petting zoo and activities for the kids.
Have a costume contest certain days. There's even a costume contest with animals some days. There's rides. There's all kinds of food. There are different characters wandering around. We've been doing this at least 15 or more years it's the 2 weekends before Halloween and then Halloween night.
Spookyville is a safe haven for young trick-or-treaters and has fun events for everyone, so why not enjoy it all? It's truly a spooky little town. I'm Aliana Augusto for WSRH Extra.
Coming up on WSRH Extra, we see what's going on in sports.
Plus, last week's football highlights.
It's not working. What are we going to do?
What do you mean? We gotta go. Hey, I'm in the middle of a game!
We made it for the game!
Woo! Let's go, Hawks!
Tune in to SeminoleRidgeTV.com for all live streamed events.
Coming up on WSRH Sports, we take a look at last week's highlights for Jupiter.
Also, a new club galloping into the school year. For those stories and more, we go to WSRH Sports anchor Shane Goolsby.
Hey, Shane.
Thanks, Bryce and Megan. While football is nearing an end, soccer is kicking its way back into season. Plus, a new club here at the Ridge is taking off. Last week, the Seminole Ridge Hawks took on the Jupiter Warriors, resulting in a loss with a score of 34-31. In the first quarter, Jupiter kicked off the game with a 1-yard touchdown run, making the score 7-0. The Hawks fought back with a touchdown to tie the game at 7. Then the Hawks continued to rally as Brandon Shabert runs in a 2-yard touchdown into the end zone, making the score 14-7 in the first quarter. Starting off the second quarter, Seminole Ridge kicks a 24-yard field goal, making the score 17-7. The Jupiter Warriors then come back with a 37-yard field goal to make the score 17-10 to end the first half. Starting off the second half, Jupiter recovers a Seminole Ridge fumble and returns it 35 yards down the field for a touchdown, evening the score 17-17. Jupiter then continues to rally back with an 18-yard pick six to make the score 24-17. In the fourth quarter, Seminole Ridge Hawk Corey Polk makes a 20-yard run into the end zone off a 60-yard drive to tie it up at 24. The Warriors then counter back with a 35-yard touchdown pass to reclaim the lead with a score of 31-24. With a minute 13 left in the game, the Warriors kick an 18-yard field goal to extend their lead 34-24. With 23 seconds remaining in the game, Corey Polk drives in a touchdown, making the score 34-31. Sadly, with an onside kick recovered by Jupiter, the game ended there with a final score of 34-31. Palm Beach County is known for its equestrian community, and there are 3 major events a year that bring in over 6,500 horses from over 33 countries to Palm Beach. With the popularity of the sport, an equestrian club is now here at the Ridge. WSRH Extra reporter Jeremy Womack takes us on an inside look at the new club.
Yeah. 2, 3. Yeah.
I wanted to start the club because there's a lot of people who have horses out here since we live in the acreage.
1, 2, 3,
I have horses
4,
as well,
5, 6.
and I know that a lot of people like to be involved and talk about, their horses and learn more about them. One competing with a horse and the other one helping me out.
I found out through the school news, and I actually met Miss Roca a little bit beforehand, and she was telling me about it. And yeah, we kind of just talk about what we do and what type of riding we do, because there's a lot of different kinds. What we might want to do together, because we might want to go to a show one day or something like that. So, if you like horses and you don't really if you don't ride, it's not that big of a deal. Just as long as you like horses, or if you do ride, or just anybody who has an interest in it, really.
If you have any interest in riding horses, you can join this equestrian club. For WSRH Extra, I'm Jeremy Womack.
The beginning of fall here at the Ridge also means the start of a new soccer season. WSRH sports reporter Riley Sullivan gives us a preview of how their season is looking.
With a new season comes new beginnings. The girls soccer team just established their new varsity team. Whether it be recovering from an obstacle to becoming a new incoming player, Seminole Ridge's soccer team seems to be coming up on new horizons.
I think we're going to do amazing. I love everyone that's here. I'm going to do great.
Finding unique players is easy. However, getting them to play as a team is another story.
The reason I moved from New York to Florida is my dad moved his company up there to down here. So better for the family and everything, and it's a good experience too. The difference between my team in New York to the one this year for the school team is probably that they're more united and they come together more as a team. In New York, you kind of do your own thing and you really didn't work together.
The greater the obstacle, the more glory one gets from overcoming it. One team member did exactly that.
It's amazing. It took a long time, and I'm so glad to be back. I feel like every single practice, every game I play, I'm getting better and better. Back to my old self.
Whether it be pursuing a college career in soccer or just playing for fun, this season's girls soccer team has high hopes for a great season.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. First year in Florida, so definitely playing for the school team is helping me make more friends. We have a lot of good girls on the team, a pretty solid season, so hopefully we go far this year. I actually have scouts looking at me already, and I hope to go to college for soccer too as well.
Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence win championships. For WSRH Extra, I'm Riley Sullivan.
We wish the best of luck to the Hawks in their upcoming season. Well, that's it for WSRH Sports. I'm Shane Goolsby.
Thanks, Shane. Well, that's it for this week's episode of WSRH Extra. If you have any story ideas, please tweet us at SeminoleRidgeTV. I'm Bryce Brandt.
And I'm Megan Froelich. Tune in to next week's episode, Friday, November 9th at 2:30 p.m.